you have lost contact with Crispin Morrow, whose KIA has suddenly been shut off after the sounds of a struggle and a gunshot. You know he was at the Anemoid Row, and you yourselves have just come out of this stunning aerial chase through the streets of Los Angeles. We are now in the third shift of day 2, evening of day 2. So, we know what you're doing. You have knocked yourself out again, trying to struggle against the bonds, and you are somewhere. And what do you two do?
We need to go and recover our downed fellow officer.
Wait, before we begin, I am going to give you points.
I like points.
You've found clues, so that's each of you gets 1. You've uploaded, well, at least 1 piece of evidence to the mainframe, that's 2. Humanity points. You visited Leah's apartment and found her bedside photo. That's 1. Befriended Sarah Tyrell. That's 2. Who used their key memory or interacted with it?
Yes,
You did. So you get a humanity.
When I was dying.
Who interacted with their key relationship? You did, but that was my doing, not yours.
Yeah, I got yelled at, but I still like it.
So Trevor
Played
gets
a
a
scene-
humanity point.
Humanity for playing a scene of downtime.
Okay.
Here we are, shift 3, the evening of day 2 of the investigation. Much has happened. Someone tried to kill you in the street. You escaped after turning the tides on them very briefly, and then losing faith in humanity and crashing to the ground. So what do you do? Evening, day 2.
I'm gonna call in to Holden if he's not there, whoever the
Dispatch.
chief on is. Tell him we have an officer possibly down. Get a group ready. We're gonna call back with a precise location, but it's near the Anemoid Row.
We need a unit to come in to
Yeah.
comb Anemoid Row. We've got an officer missing.
Okay, well, that's no role or anything, and it says you call it a dispatch, and she responds. She's an AI, as far as I know.
Oh, that's right.
But she's very human-like, and she responds, okay, she takes the details, that's that.
Okay, we're gonna go to Anemoid Row.
And then we need to go.
Okay,
that
so you're
around
just
and-
asking around, is that the idea?
I think so.
I think we're gonna hit.
Okay,
hit
this
the
is a
streets.
connections roll, which you can bump up with Chinyan as bribes if you want.
And you can do that after the roll.
You can do that after the roll, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and just do the straight connections first. That's a B and an A.
He's connected. He's been around.
And that is 3 successes.
Wow!
Have you heard? Yes, that way.
Yeah, there's a number of people that saw what looked to be that your friend that you were describing, Crispin, get involved in some very tense-looking altercation with the tall, pale, bald man in the middle of a crowd, and then there was the sound of a gunshot from an alleyway. People were kind of panicking a little bit, but then that quickly passed. But there's this young street urchin who basically said, "No, I remember seeing that bald guy. He walked into that alley, and yeah, you show the picture of Crispin. Yeah, he was followed right after them, and then the guy leapt at him, and there was a gunshot, and I ran after that. But I'm pretty sure I saw the guy ascending those stairs right there." And he points to the rickety iron stairs going up to.
And it's an old dilapidated building.
It's
So they're probably still there.
Let's report our location where we're going to be. It's on Alameda Street, alley off of Alameda, and photograph the building, send it into LAPD headquarters, and let's go see if we can find our man.
Let's get on it.
Okay, they tell you that backup is en route. They'll be there in about 20 minutes.
LA.
In the meantime, where's your friend? Where's your fellow agent?
So I guess building the stairs, rickety stairs.
We moving up together? Or are we doing the one? Well, we don't know
Yep.
what's in this building or what state of this building, so I was gonna say one could land on the roof and work down, but
So once again, this 5-story 19th century building is now a crumbling ruin. Rain drips from the huge skylight above, while searchlights from the off-world ad blimp above sweep down the massive atrium of access walkways, stairs, and elevators. The elevators stopped working decades ago, so you need to climb the ornate ironwork staircases to reach the upper floors. All but one of the apartments seem to be completely emptied and ruined and ransacked from years before. And when you finally arrive to the top floor, there is one door to one apartment that is closed. The rest of the apartments are all gutted, destroyed, but there's one door that is closed.
Weapons drawn. You take left, I take right. Listen at door.
Putting your ear to the door, you think you can hear muffled voices. It's hard to tell the details. Just there's probably at least 2 people in there.
Protocol is we announce ourselves as police officers.
Hold on. Yeah, fuck protocol. They gotta. Let's try the door. Maybe we can stealth on him.
Very well.
I'm gonna try the door.
It appears to be bolted from the inside.
We knock or we kick.
Let's knock. Wait a minute. And then kick.
Done.
You knock on the door. The voices from beyond stop. There's no response. And then there's a voice, an older, kind of wise sounding voice, but also like old and a little decrepit too. You hear this voice of what sounds like a really old man. Hello? Who is it?
Hello, this is LAPD. We're responding to just a welfare check.
Oh, I'm fine in here. Thank you.
This building is condemned, sir. We're gonna have to try to find you a more stable place to stay.
Oh, we're very safe in here, I assure you.
Can we ready to kick?
Do it.
Right.
Okay, force. So who's doing it? I guess if you're helping, you're both doing it.
Yeah.
Now, helping doesn't mean that he's going to. It would forego your action moving for your next
Yes.
action. It does.
Yes, you're both doing it at the
in
same
that
time.
case, you do it.
I'll just
I'm
kick it
just
in.
gonna be drawn.
So you're
and
no
ready.
advantage. So you're just rolling straight up.
Just rolling straight up.
It's in Vida.
All right. Boom.
Success.
Success.
Okay, it's not a particularly sturdy door. You bash it open, and inside is an apartment.
Ah, yes.
Bang, bang. So, standing in the hallway is Styles, and beside him is an old man with really roomy eyes. And as you kick the door open, you with your weapon drawn, I'm presuming, many things happen at once. 1, Styles begins to leap towards you. 2, the old man says, "No, Styles, stop!" in a voice that's not at all decrepit. But, initiative.
Oh boy.
Boom. Boom. And, number 1. So,
Always number 1.
Styles leaps towards you with the drawn gun, in this case. The old man says, "No, Styles, stop!" But alas, it is too late. Styles comes trying to basically grab the gun out of your hand is what he's trying to do. So this is an opposed hand-to-hand combat now.
Okay. So I'm rolling close combat.
Close combat with strength.
I need to wait for you to roll your 3 successes first. keep him honest.
0.
2 successes.
Okay, that means
The
he
old
comes
magic's still
grabbing at
there.
you, and you don't get a chance to shoot him. This is a response to the hand-to-hand, but you basically grab him and do your base damage +1, so 2 damage to him, and that is a critical as well. So what's your strength?
It's phenomenal. It's a C.
C. Okay, that's a D8. Roll a D8.
There we go.
Crushing critical.
A 5.
Oh, he comes in to smash at you, and you grab his arm and slam him in the ribs with the butt of your gun. You hear something crack. He now has disadvantage to mobility rolls.
Hey,
okay, all right.
specialty.
And he cries out in pain. That was his go. Who's next? Next up the ladder. That's you.
Okay. Anybody else in the room?
Well,
that we can
just
see?
what you can see
Just
there.
so we can
Is it-
see.
yeah.
Okay.
This is one where we could also trade initiative.
Yeah, you can trade initiative if you
Do you
want.
want to me get the shot off? Or?
Take it. Yes.
Remember, you don't have to ask permission. If it's your
You
turn,
can
you
just
can
take
say,
it. Oh,
that's
I'm
right.
taking
I'm
this
taking
initiative.
it.
Take the
Ooh.
initiative. It makes sense.
Yeah,
it
because
makes
you're
sense.
making this decision. That's brilliant.
It makes sense.
I'm gonna pull the trigger that I just.
Okay, what's the minimum range of that gun?
It will be
Short.
disadvantage,
Okay.
I believe.
You can use a firearm at close combat using the firearm skill, but if its minimum range is higher than engage, you get a disadvantage. So you use your firearm skill, but it's disadvantage.
Okay, so
And he defends with his.
okay, it's 1d10.
One. Okay, so you knock it down to 1. but it's one of your base damage. And the base damage of the pistol is?
It is PKD 44 2.
Okay, well, you managed to, again, pull the gun out of his ribs and turn it back. And the Blade Runner guns are loud and it just ear-shattering, especially anywhere on the inside. Kablam! Ah!
He stole my crit.
Outstanding. So you've I think the police move here for Dakota is to move into the room, weapon drawn, and to confront the second.
Watch the old man.
Okay, so the old man, he's got his hands up. He's clearly trying to show no threat whatsoever. He's got no weapons, no nothing.
She's going to move in. She's going to move in and just point the gun level the gun right at him, and say, on the ground now, do it now.
Again, there's this fight going on, but he's sort of like, he doesn't look disturbed, he doesn't look scared or anything. He just kind of wearily smiles and nods and kind of, he tries to get to the ground, but his knees aren't really good, and you can see he's struggling a bit.
She's going to help him do it then. She's going to keep the gun trailing and help him get on the ground.
While your partner's locked in a brutal hand-to-hand right beside you.
That's okay. We burst into the room.
Yep.
He charged.
Yep.
They're fighting.
Yep.
He's going to come around and take this guy. That's what's going on.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you do. You don't need to roll intimidation or manipulation or anything. He just agrees.
Okay.
Which brings us back to Styles, who is on you. Blood is pouring from his many wounds that he has suffered. But he continues on like a man possessed. You've been in situations like this before with people with replicants. Normally, if they don't die from a gunshot, the fight's still over. They give up. They're writhing in pain. Him? No. He is absolutely driven, despite the cries of the old man behind him. Stop, it's not worth it, stop. And then he says, as well, as Styles is coming at you to try and beat your head in with his fists, he says, it's too late, they can't stop her, she's already gone, Leah's already gone. Okay, boom. In comes the hand-to-hand attack. How are you defending? With your pistol again?
I'm not gonna holster the gun, so I guess I'm gonna
you're firing.
keep the gun.
Okay, he rolls. Oh my god. We have 4 successes.
Four. Double
10 and a 12.
Ah,
So what's your defense?
Okay, here we go.
not that.
So this is just strength and close combat?
No, this is firearms. You're doing a regular firearms roll in close combat, so it's disadvantage.
So D10.
See if you can mitigate some of it, but
1 success.
Okay, so that's down to 3. That's a critical hit, so you're gonna take
Jesus.
3 physical damage.
Okay.
And
1,
you take
2,
a critical hit. Oh, you're a lucky man. He cracks you in the nose and you feel it shatter as he breaks your nose. Blood comes pouring out. It's not lethal. You have disadvantage to observation rolls. Make a note.
Okay, so
You're locked in combat with him still, and it's your go now, right?
yeah. Can I do like close combat, even though I'm holding the weapon, like using the weapon?
If you drop your gun.
I have to drop the gun. See, I don't like that. So I guess I'm gonna shoot.
There's other things you can do. You can try and trip him, push him to short range, pin him in a cinch. You'd have to drop your gun for all this stuff. You could try and shout at him and force him to surrender. You could do anything. He's looking very, very rough. He's bleeding from multiple wounds. He's got shattered ribs. He's fighting with a crazy ferocity though. But he's just shattered your nose, so it's up to you.
I've got to shoot.
Okay.
I'm not dropping the damn gun.
So this is once again it's an opposed roll because it's hand to hand. So he rolls his as well.
1 success.
Oh, you got him.
Boy.
What's the damage of the gun?
2.
You manage to again push it to his midsection and blam! That blaster goes off. He cries out in pain. He's still on his feet.
My goodness gracious. All right, is old man subdued on the ground?
Oh yeah, he's giving you no resistance at all. He seems to be way more genuinely concerned for Styles. And as the gunshots are going off, he's begging Styles, Styles, stop! It's not worth your life. What are you doing?
Okay, Dakota's gonna rush. You're gonna rush and tackle this giant bald-headed guy. All right.
And because of the situation, I'll give you advantage.
All right.
You're attacking from behind. He's already locked in combat.
So strength close combat, is that what we're rolling? And with advantage?
With advantage.
Which means
You're an additional
And then
lower base.
additional small die.
They're all the
He
same.
rolls
yeah?
this.
So
1, 2, 3 successes.
Well, that beats his 2. So you do. Now you're trying to tackle
Just
him to
tackle
the
him,
ground.
just tackle
So
him to the-
damage, no damage is done, but you're able to pin him to the ground. See,
He's a
Grappling in
boss.
the combat section.
both you and your opponent fall to the ground, cannot move. The only action they can perform is an attempt to break free. While you're grappling, the only action you can perform until you release your opponent is a grapple attack. This works as a normal unarmed attack, but your target counts as restrained and thus cannot defend themselves. So you tackle him from behind, pin him to the ground. You've got him in a good hold. He can try and resist on his next turn, but he's you got him. Which brings us back to his next turn. He tries to break free, and again the old man is shouting. In fact, the old man is going to do a manipulation roll to see if he can talk some sense into his friend.
All these gunshots, I can't hear a thing he says.
Okay, so the old man is shouting and shouting, and finally he seems to get through, and you feel Styles kind of go kind of limp under. He's like, all right, I give up. But it don't matter. You're too late.
Officer Carroll, cuff this big bastard.
This big bastard is a Nexus 8.
At that point, the old man says, please, there's no need for that. Please, I beg you. He's just trying to defend people, that's all.
He's Nexus 8. We cannot leave him.
He looks at you and goes, and you're 9. That would explain your lack of compassion.
Dakota, go check the back rooms. We're looking for somebody.
I know who he is. He's fine. He's alive. He's tied up in the next room. That was Styles doing. He panicked.
Dakota, go check on him.
You want me to let go of this guy?
You're holding...
I'm holding him.
Yeah, because I'm going to take my pistol and put it to his head.
Okay.
I mean, you got cuffs too. You could do
Are they replicant tough cuffs? I mean, are they?
Well, they're cuffs. He would have a chance to break them, but it's tough.
Because like zip ties, that ain't gonna work.
No, zip doesn't work.
Okay. All right, we'll cuff him. Mm-hmm. And all right, Dakota's gonna nod and get up and
Okay. Well,
and then go check back room. Go check.
sitting in the bedroom
where he
in a
is.
chair is Crispin. He's got a blindfold on, and he's conscious, but he's kind of semi-conscious. You can see blood kind of pouring out of his mouth, and you can see a few teeth are missing. But he's alive.
Officer Analyst Moreau, respond. Respond.
So good to see you.
Officer Moreau,
Hi.
can you stand? Can you stand?
Maybe.
All right, cut his bonds, release him, help him up, and bring him back into the room where Malcolm is.
All right. Meanwhile, so the old man is still with you. He's still on his knees, but he's got his hands up. He's begging you, please. He won't cause you any trouble, will you, Styles? No, I won't. He says. He's not struggling against the cuffs or anything.
You
The blood's
said
pouring
she's
out.
already gone. Where exactly is she?
You don't have to make a manipulation, not after this.
I was helping Leah escape her bonds and find freedom off-world. And at that point, Styles, from underneath your knee, basically says, she was tormented. We were gonna help her escape off-world via the replicant underground. Leah shot Sandor because he detected me during the brawl, and he was about to arrest me.
What is up with Leah's daughter?
At that point, you see the old man kind of like, I'm afraid I don't understand your question, officer. I don't know anything about a daughter.
Where you said she's already gone. Where is she?
Well, that's the problem. We had expected to find her here in this safe house. She was supposed to come here and wait until such time as we could get her off world, but Styles came back with your friend, and she's gone, but she was supposed to be here. I don't know why. Styles said she was so pissed off, she was so angry, she was raging. I don't know what it was all about, but it was like she had a mission.
Who was she angry at?
I don't know. She didn't say.
Trying to find her daughter.
And we don't hear anything, any police presence yet?
No, not yet.
Nothing yet?
But meanwhile, in the room that you're in, the room that you see.
Oh, the parlor.
What we see here.
This is the safe house itself, such as it is a large apartment haphazardly fixed up to function as a temporary dwelling. The furnishings include a sofa, a few tables, a dresser, and an old piano.
Well, I see a tea kettle and looks like maybe some other documents and some kind of a device or maybe.
Yes, so on the table, there is a copy of a magazine, Synth magazine.
The magazine of the replicant industry.
On the table also is a leaflet for the off-world colony Arcadia. And also on the table, we'll allow you to be part of this cursory thing, you just can't roll anything.
Yeah, sure.
Also on the table, there is this postcard.
Movie capital of the world.
And there's some nice.
Can we look at the back of
Propaganda.
these?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Aurelian says to you, I will tell you everything I know, officer, but please, I ask that you spare the life of my friend here, Styles. As I said, I was helping Leah escape her bonds and find freedom off-world. Now, she was unstable, very, very, very angry at, specifically at Lilith Tyrell. Why, she did not say. But it does make me concerned. As I said, she was supposed to meet us here so that later on today we could go and get her off world.
The fact of the matter is, an officer is dead. And if what you are saying is true, Leah is a fugitive and you are harboring a fugitive.
I'm no longer harboring her. She is gone.
Well, you're at least abetting.
That may be so. And if you're willing to turn in one of your own, then that's on you.
It is more than me being willing. It's my job.
More human than human, they said.
Oh, you have no idea. Go ahead and cuff him.
You hear sirens approaching.
Yeah, I would expect that. All right, well, cuff the Aurelian.
As you do so, do you hear officers coming up, coming up the stairs, you're back up basically. He no longer looks at you. There's like this look of pity almost on his face when he looks at you, but he turns to you and he says, I do not believe that Leah is acting in her right mind. Whatever is upsetting her, it's nothing I've ever seen. I would ask that you show some mercy and compassion to her when you find her, if you do. All she wants is to go away and get off world.
You've been heard. Go ahead and escort him out. I've got some things to take care of here.
On the dresser, you find that.
From the complete works of William Blake.
What's this? On
the dresser.
Oh.
My hands are labored day and night, and ease comes never in my sight. My wife has no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven. We eat little, we drink less. This earth breeds not our happiness. Another sun feeds our life streams. We are not warmed with thy beams. Thou measurest not the time to me, nor yet the space that I do see. My mind is not with thy light arrayed. Thy terror shall not make me afraid.
Okay, so you've ordered me to take them out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to nod and I'm going to take the Aurelian out cuffed
Take the backup team. Meets you.
into the hallway outside the apartment. Is that
Yeah,
out
just
to there? Yeah, that's what
Head
we're
out
Okay,
toward where
backup
the
team
police are.
appears. Now what about Styles?
I'm standing over Styles, and I'm gonna say, well, part of me appreciates what you're trying to do, but I have a job, and you're a very dangerous man, Mr. Styles. And he last message for me to pass on to someone?
He kind of looks up at you. You people, you don't know anything. You don't know what we've seen. You call yourselves human. Go on, be a human right now.
I aim to. It's irony. You seem to want to be one of us so bad, and here I find myself of late envying your lot. Your memories can be replaced. Mine cannot. I'm gonna fire the pistol.
The Aurelian being taken away by the cops kind of stops and looks up. And from his milky white eyes, you see a single tear.
Ugh.
And then he turns. It's taken away into the squad car. And
What now?
I'm gonna go for some medical.
He's
attention.
broken. What does he need to do?
Oh yeah, there's medical guys there.
We had
they
a
come
medical on
and
the
they
way
patch
too.
you up.
We covered that.
yeah, they called you called them in. So you have a critical, right?
Yep.
So you'll still suffer the critical for a week.
You can roll for the medical techs that are helping you essentially.
Oh, I roll for
Yeah.
Roll 2 Bs, roll 2d10.
Yeah, that's 2 successes.
Okay, so you
Two
get
good
2
medics.
back.
Delightful.
Two good medics.
I do the same thing?
Oh, sorry, no. No. First aid doesn't work on you because you're not broken.
Okay, I just put some tissue in my nose.
Yep. That's right.
Probably put him in a brace.
So this all takes, a little bit of time, not the full shift, so it's still the evening shift.
Shit, dude, we don't know where Leah is. But neither did these guys. So
No, they're
they, we found the safe house. We sort of know. Well, we've heard that she killed her partner.
They said that she's really upset.
She got the
enraged.
child memory from Lilith. She got at the on the black
mean,
market.
that's the only
she had
connection.
She had the image of her daughter, what she thinks is her daughter.
That's the only connection to Lilith, is that Lilith is a memory engineer who put that memory in her.
And she said that she was mad at Lilith and raged at Lilith.
Enraged at Lilith. Well, I think we do know where she's going. She's upset with Lilith. For whatever reason, something to do with the child memory. I think she's gonna go kill her.